Welcome to the Blockchain Ireland Summit 2025 on-site podcast brought to you by Provenance. My name is Sebastian Grube and I'm the co-chair of the Events and Communications Working Group at Blockchain Ireland. I'm here with Alejandro Gutierrez, who is the lead for the Solana Superteam in Ireland, and he's also a director of Blockchain Ireland. Alejandro, pleasure to have you.
Thank you very much for inviting me, Sebastian.
Why Blockchain Ireland Summit 2025? What brought you here? What is the reason why the organization is continuing with the summit? Maybe that's a good question to start with.
Yeah, well, look, I think we need this type of spaces for the community to get together. For me personally, it's good to see friends of faces, but they're also so interesting, the new faces or new people in the ecosystem. And it's always good to connect, and this is probably the best place for it.
Yeah, amazing. And it's we started out with a regulator from El Salvador today. Dubai. We're bringing some of the international regulators and thought leaders into the space as well. I think that's for me personally a really interesting kind of part about the conference. What are you expecting for these next 2 days? What are you hoping to learn or explore? Any specific topics?
Look, there is a chat tomorrow with John Woods. I think that's going to be really interesting. I'd like to see a little bit more of that tech side, and also what Richard is doing in the AI space and decentralization of AI. There are some topics that are at the forefront. I want to understand more, and having Irish people actually leading this is extremely exciting.
Yeah, and we've it's been a start of a topic in the conference, having more Irish talent and retaining that talent in Ireland as well. What are you doing with the Solana Superteam in Ireland? Tell me about that.
A lot. We're doing a lot. So Solana Superteam basically is a non-for-profit accelerator that is backed by Solana. And the idea is just help the talent in the Irish ecosystem to just get to the next level. We have a big focus on helping people developing technical skill sets, but also everything has to be with how to build a business. We want to just accelerate businesses. We want to use these to be sustainable to the future. It's not just about short-term hackathons. We want to just have a consistent and continuous initiatives that are going to just get in the near future give a presence to Ireland in the not just in the Solana ecosystem, but in every single Web3 ecosystem. And we want people to just look at Ireland because the amount of talent in here is outstanding.
And you've been around the Irish ecosystem for a long time. You've been a big important person who's building the ecosystem.
Yeah.
How have you seen it evolve over the last couple of years to where it is now?
Oh, dramatically. There is so much, right? And I think when the big corporates started coming here, we started seeing increasing volumes. And what personally I think we need is just have a focus on the technological side, because the talent in Ireland is crazy from the tech component. One stat about just talking about the developers, Ireland has the largest rate of developers in whole Europe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which is crazy, right? So if we have that type of talent, we need to just keep pushing on. From the evolution of the ecosystem, we're seeing a lot of new faces. We're seeing a lot of younger people, which is great. It's great to see a lot of students. We want that. We're seeing as well an increase on people interested in the technology that are not, or that they don't have a technical background. And that's important, because when you are building businesses, you need every single skill set. Marketing, operations, etc., law, legal. So we are suddenly starting seeing increases on it. And that's exactly what we need from the ecosystem. Okay, you cannot just build an ecosystem solely on tech people. You need all the different skill sets in there.
It's amazing to see those skill sets come in and become more and more part of the conversation as well.
Yeah, and it's needed, right? Because if you're trying to just build solutions, right, you need every single one of these different actors to just create a robust project, right? The other component is, I think, diversity. Something that needs to be worked. It's still an industry that is heavily male dominated. And I think we need to just do more efforts to just create that diversity and inclusion. Right?
And I completely agree. I think that the diversity brings more collaboration. It brings different points of view. It brings stronger solutions, as you'd say. Yeah. where do you see, you've been involved in crypto and blockchain technology for a long time with Defactor and PayMe, East Dublin as well. So where do you see the real world application for the technology, and what do you think is still hype?
What is the hype? Wow. Look, I think from the implementation perspective, every single industry can use blockchain for different purposes. Like in Ireland, something that has not been explored potentially, and I have my eyes on it. Some of the things that I want to say is like, okay, how we can start integrating bio. Like everything has to be health science, pharma, and bio, and have proper implementations into those industries because, well, they're heavily involved in it, every single bit in the Irish ecosystem. And I think we can do like a really interesting collaborations with them. It has to be with DSI. So that's one of the objectives for at like end of the year or next year. One of like DeFi still for me is the what keeps me really excited. And I'm seeing suddenly this renew in the DeFi, like this renaissance of DeFi. I think at the end of the year, we're going to just see a lot of interesting solutions. And we're seeing a lot of the cross-chain collaborations, which is fantastic. This is what we wanted from the blockchain perspective. We didn't want silos. So seeing either DeFi projects that are starting going in every single one of the different chains and offering opportunities to the users, I think is a great narrative for the Web3 space.
Amazing, yeah. And you mentioned a couple of kind of milestones for this year. What are the goals for the super team or for you for 2025?
So we started Super Team in April. It was fairly recent, and we have done a marathonic effort just to get everything. You were involved as well, and trying to just get the whole ecosystem to be part of this. Lucia, big shout out to Lucia and Dermo. They're part of the team, and they're helping to make all this happen. So what I want to do is establish properly the Solana ecosystem. I think now we have a proper grassroots that is growing. And we have now 32 members, and that's going to increase in the near future. We just finished what we call Build Station. That was 2 weeks for builders in the Irish ecosystem, helping them and nurture them. So in that case, they can get or submit for the breakout hackathon. That is the largest hackathon in Solana ecosystem. And the next big thing that we have is Build Station. So it's more or less all these guys that created projects for this hackathon. Now let's just help them and nurture them to just create or move those ideas into proper sustainable businesses. That's going to happen from the 9th to the 18th of June. And similar concept, just put them in front of experts, mentors, helping them with the pitches, refine pitches. Because this is the segue into a European demo day where a lot of investors in the Solana ecosystem are going to get together. So 5 projects from the Solana ecosystem are going to just get there trying to pitch for investment. And I hope that we're going to just get some checks and make the Irish ecosystem proud. That's the next thing. And right after that, we have Apex. That is the largest Solana conference in Europe. So we're going to have a big Irish presence in there and just this is the first time actually that the Solana ecosystem or the Super Team Ireland is going to be part of a big conference. So we're going to just make ourselves noticed for sure.
I'm looking forward to that. And I think what I really appreciate about the Solana Super Team too is the consistency of the talent hubs that you're running every Friday out of Dogpatch Labs. I think it's just it's a really important contributor to give people that space to work on their projects consistently.
And that's the thing, right? Like if you want to attract talent to the ecosystem, especially because right now we're fighting with so many other technology like AI. AI is the flavor of the week, so everybody wants to be part of AI. And we're trying to educate people to let them know, look, there's going to be at some point where AI and blockchain are going to just be completely merged. That's the way I see it. That's the way a lot of the people in the ecosystem see it. So it's important just to give the understanding people right now that the foundational base of AI at some point is going to be the blockchain technology. So we're attracting a lot of talent that way. One of the winners of the sidetrack from Demo Day last week was a and agentic payment solutions. And the guys didn't even know how to implement blockchain. We sat with them, gave an explanation on why they should it, and now they won the sidetrack. But funny enough, they won yesterday again at ETH Dublin.
Amazing.
So that tells you it's attracting the talent, and the only way you can attract the talent is when you are there one-to-one with them. You have those spaces, and you're making them feel comfortable, right? Be part of the ecosystem.
Yeah, and part of the, again, this has been a topic that came up multiple times, as well as education. Education is so crucial, and sitting down with people and fostering that curiosity.
That's it. That's Richard Moore from Fidelity has a fantastic quote. Innovation is a contact sport. You need to be next to the person. That's it. It's the only way. Those ideas that they are coming out of these conversations, right? And we need more. And that's important, just to have these spaces, right? And Talent Hub and any other opportunity, just to rub shoulders and see what sparks out of those conversations, right?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. The last question for today: if or when we're sitting again here next year in 2026, what do you hope has changed in the space?
In Ireland, or
however you want to take the question. So let's say in Ireland. Let's keep it focused.
Keep it focused. Yeah. It's a good point. I think I would like to see more commitment towards the grassroots. I think that's something that we need to just work more on. At the end of the day, innovation is never going to come from the big players. The real innovation will come actually from those startups and those two guys that are like building in a garage. That's the reality, and we need to just provide more support to them. The other thing is probably getting more avenues with the government. So in that case, they can understand and provide that education, so they support, right, like a blockchain technology as a backbone of the future of financial services. And Ireland is a financial hub, so we need to be at the forefront of it.
Yeah. Lots of food for thought. Thank you so much, Alejandro, for joining us, and thanks for watching.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thanks.